Hi, good evening to all. Today we are going to look at an important topic of organizational behavior. Today we are going to look at a lot of terms relevant to the organizational behavior. The first term is learning. This definition is given by Stephen Robbins. Learning is any relatively permanent change in behavior that occurs as a result of experience. Learning means it will come a lot of experience and practices. After that, it will come to the stage of a permanent change. It is called learning. The next term is growth dynamics. It is a system of behaviors and psychological processes occurring within a social group or between social groups. Growth dynamics it's a motion of behaviors that occurs in the group activities, or within the group or between the groups. It can be useful in understanding decision-making behavior following emergence, popularity of new ideas and technologies. Growth dynamics is useful in decision-making activities, and whenever we apply new technologies or ideas into the organizational development at that time, the growth dynamics will be helpful. This term was coined by Kurt Lewin. The word growth dynamics is proposed by Kurt Lewin. The next term is the introvert personality, which means that a person who feels more comfortable focusing on their inner thoughts and ideas rather than what is happening externally. They don't feel other thoughts and ideas. They will more comfort themselves. Those kinds of people are called introvert. The behavior exhibits by them, it's called the introvert personality. He enjoys spending time with just one or two people rather than large group or crowds. They don't mingle with groups. They spend a lot of time with two or one people. The next term is growth norms. These are a set of beliefs, feelings, and attitudes commonly shared by group members. Growth norm is a standard of behavior. It is a rule that tells the individual how to behave in a particular group. Norms could be formal or it could be informal. Group norms is a set of rules and regulations that should be followed by group members in an organization. It may be sets of beliefs or feelings or attitudes. This rules and regulations is a standard one, cannot change according to the situations. It tells the people how to behave in the groups. It should be formal or informal also. The next term is organizational politics. Activities of managers aimed at increasing their power and pursuing goals that favor their individual and the group interests. Organizational politics it's a kind of activities thrown by leaders and individuals and biased way. The leaders will motivate a set of individuals, but some some of individuals work more hardly, but leader never motivate them. The bias activities is called organizational politics. The next term is destructive conflict. It occurs when disagreements gravitate towards antagonism instead of resolution. Destructive conflict behavior creates contradiction into the groups or into the organization. It must be managed, otherwise it will have an impact on moral motivation, performance and public image. It will be must control, otherwise it will affect their performance and another kind of activities. These behavior should be controlled. The next term is sources of stress or causes of stress. The first factors is the environmental, economic uncertainties, political uncertainties, technological uncertainties and terrorism, through which source stress occur. Next, organizational factors, task demands, role demands, interpersonal demands, leadership. In an organization, there are a lot of demands through which stress will occur for the organization. Individual factors, family issues, economic problems. Individual gets stressed from family issues, money problems, etc. The next term is work-life balance. It is a term used to describe how workers distribute the time between professional and the personal obligations. Individual should manage his time equally to the professional life and the personal life. The way of handle the time, it's called work-life balance. When someone has a good work-life balance, they are able to allocate their time so they don't overwork and can focus on other aspects like family, friends, hobbies and social activities. If one has a good work-life balance, they don't worry about anything. They will spend a lot of time with the family, friends and hobbies, and sometimes even in social activities also. The next term is organizational development, or sometimes it's called as OD. According to Warner Ferg, OD is a planned process of change in an organization's culture through the utilization of behavioral science technology, research and theory. Organizational development, it's a process. It will change the organization's culture into productivity way. For that we will use lot of technology and research for that development. It's called organizational development. Thank you. We will see you again with another session. Until then, stay tuned, stay blessed. Bye.